What is up, everybody? Dr. Pittman here. Welcome to episode 5 of season 3 here on WrestleSpeak Podcast. I am your host, your main man himself, Dr. Pittman. Joining us here, as always, my co-host, the Buffalonian Bulldozer, Michael Bombardier.
Hello, once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into another episode of WrestleSpeak Podcast. It's time to ring the bell because we got some topics ready for you.
Yes, so let me reset the screen over here. Sorry about what happened last week's, but we're here now. We're going to get this underway here with our first topic of discussion here. Warner Brothers Discovery reportedly told that CM Punk is going to return to AEW. I was like, okay, let's talk about this. I mean, here we go. Found it. All right. CM Punk hasn't been seen on AEW programming since September's All Out pay-per-view when he tore his triceps while reportedly got into a physical altercation with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega to cap off the eventful evening. Though it seemed for a time that AEW and Punk would part ways, the evidence is mounting that the former world champion is preparing to stage a comeback within the next couple of months. On the latest Wrestling Silver Live, host Andrew Sarian revealed that Warner Brothers Discovery has been told a Punk return is coming. The story here is that CM Punk is essentially happening. Sarian said, "I know for a fact that Warner has been told he is coming back and are very much aware of the situation." Sarian went on to state that talks between Punk and the Elite and have yet to take place, with Matt and Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks particularly reluctant to work with the former WWE star. It was reiterated that the rumored Saturday Night show that AEW is expected to introduce in the coming months will showcase Punk's comeback with the company's recently scheduled Chicago event on June 17th, both as both the show's debut and Punk's grand return. The new series will reportedly involve some kind of roster split for the company, though it's still unknown just how strict these divisions will be. According to Zarian, the company is hoping to launch the new series as a top show near the same level as AEW Dynamite. Wow. Michael, got some thoughts on this one?
Well, I don't even know on that. I'd say bring him back. Let's say Punk versus Kenny Omega.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that will work out either, but we'll see. WWE and reportedly in renewed talks with ESPN following Endeavor deal. The question of WWE's TV rights following news of the WWE-UFC merger have been a subject of speculation. And it seems the first move for the post-merger WWE is in motion. Okay, according to PW projects moving forward. The biggest caveat being that for the time being, these talks do not involve a weekly TV series. Collaboration between WWE and ESPN wouldn't be the first for the companies, as ESPN was airing classic WWE content in 2020. The relationship between the two ended after WWE's deal to migrate WWE Network content to Peacock in 2021. Speculation at the time held that NBC Universal was a probable candidate for eventual sale of WWE due to the large portion of WWE's content on various NBCU platforms. However, it seems with the WWE-UFC merger that WWE might be looking to diversify its TV presence. WWE's TV rights with both NBCU and Fox are up next year. Reporting holds that WWE is open to all conversations on new TV deals, barring somebody paying a lofty sum for exclusive TV rights for the various WWE shows. Another interesting piece of information from the report is the news that another promotion was in talks with ESPN. Despite AEW's recent deal with ESPN to air their program in Australia, New Zealand, and the Pacific Islands, it is confirmed that AEW is not the promotion in question. Which promotion was in talks with ESPN is unknown, but it can be assumed with WWE stepping back and that those talks are in jeopardy.
Remember
Oh,
Jonathan
boy.
Coachman?
Yes, Jonathan Coachman, yes.
When his initial
I remember
contract
him.
ended, he went to ESPN. And then he came back to do Monday Night Raw a couple of years later. And then also host the pre-show for the pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
So I still remember Jonathan Coachman. And now they got
I think he
Charlie
went back
Caruso
to
at ESPN.
ESPN now.
When is she coming back? You already brought back Kathy Kelly. Why not Charlie?
Yeah, I can
Why
see
not?
why.
Why not?
I don't know. We'll have to figure this out and see, All right. Anyway, impacted NJPW to present Multiverse United 2 in August. Impact Wrestling made a weekend earlier this month. And it seems as though the show is destined to be either a one-off or a joint show. The two promotions will run yearly during said weekend. Instead, it appears Multiverse United will neither a WrestleMania weekend staple nor a one and done, mainly because it will be happening once again in 2023. All right. During last night's Rebellion event, Impact announced Multiverse United 2, along with several other events for the summer, later taking to Twitter to confirm the news. All right, breaking. Impact and New Japan Pro Wrestling present Multiverse 2 from whom the bell tolls on Sunday, August 20th in Philadelphia, the treat read. Multiverse United 2 will be a part of a slew of events for Impact that will kick off on May 26th with a special event Under Siege. Other events including will be Against All Odds on June 9th, Slammiversary, which will air as a pay-per-view on July 15th and emerges on August 27th. Under Siege, Slammiversary, and Emergence will all take place in Canadian cities, London, Windsor, and Toronto, while Against All Odds will emanate out of Columbus, Ohio. As of writing, no matches have been announced for Multiverse United 2, nor have any New Japan talents been for the show. The event will take place the day after New Japan's All-Star Junior Festival USA, American-based follow-up to the All-Star Junior Festival that took place in Japan back on March 1st. The original festival featured talents from Japanese promotions such as New Japan, All Japan, Pro Wrestling Noah, Dragon Gate, and GLEAT, as well as talent from Mexican promotion CMLL. Oh boy, this might get interesting here.
We already got Forbidden Door coming up. Imagine Kazuchika Okada reappearing on Impact.
Who? I'm sorry?
Kazuchika Okada.
Michael?
Imagine Kazuchika Okada reappearing on Impact.
I've not seen it, but I heard it. I'll be honest, that was way out of nowhere for me. So that's way out of nowhere. I couldn't believe it myself. Oh, wow. Can't wait for that. Just can't wait for it. Ooh. Just trying to. Hi, Scott Dearmore. All right. Oh, all right. You went back. Okay. So Mandy rose his interest in a Baywatch remake. Let's see about this here. All right. At the tail end of last week, Deadline revealed that United Kingdom-based television production distribution company Fremantle was in talks with broadcasters and streaming services about rebooting the classic Baywatch series. Upon learning the news, former WWE NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose seemingly teased her interest by quote, retweeting the information shared by discussing film. The Beast drama series was originally aired between the 1980s and 2000s. Turned David Hasselhoff and Pamela Anderson into household names.
Now
Fans
I know
have
what
already
Tiffany
suggested
Stratton
that
reminds
Rose,
me of.
real name Amanda Sacomano, could be the next Anderson in the rebooted version. The actress and glamour model played. Oh, good. There's another CJ Parker here, but we call him now Juice Robinson.
Now I know who Tiffany Stratton reminds me of after seeing this. Imagine her as Pamela Anderson instead of NXT Women's Champion.
One individual replied to Rose's tweet, "You'd make a good Pamela Anderson." Well, someone else posted, "Fancy being Pamela?" All right. Okay. Rose made the headlines in December 2022 when she was abruptly released from her WWE contract. It said that the 32-year-old was let go due to explicit content she was posting on the Fan Time subscription service. In an interview with the New York Post, the former Fire and Desire member indicated that WWE only disapproved of her having a profile on a subscription-based platform. Not long after departing WWE, Rose revealed that she had made $1 million a month from her Fan Time page. Rose continues to keep herself busy with various projects, though she has yet to return to television in any acting roles. She recently appeared on the cover of Fitness Girls, which Rose revealed on social media was the 10th time she had featured on the front page of a magazine in her modeling career. Ooh, boy. Tiffany, that reminds you of Tiffany Stratton?
Yep.
My God.
Imagine her as Pamela Anderson instead of NXT Women's Champion.
Oh, God. Imagine Tiffany Stratton as NXT Women's Champion. I was going to laugh.
That would just tick me off.
I would laugh so hard right now. Oh, Lord. I was going to laugh and laugh. Oh, man. Okay. Anyway, moving on. I gotta move. Moving on. Sorry. No copyright. Anyway. All right. Will Ospreay is medically cleared to return. Not sure how long body will hold up. Will Ospreay has been medically cleared after being on the sideline.
I sent you something in the private chat
with a shoulder injury that forced him to withdraw.
I said something in the private chat.
Send me something in the private chat. Okay. Let me see that right now. All right. Everyone let me. Thank you. Oh, man. I'll preview Raw. You'll preview Raw with me. I'll have the other topics. Okay. All right. So Will Ospreay has been medically cleared after the lines the last several weeks with a shoulder injury that forced him to withdraw from the New Japan Cup. The former IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion shared the news via Twitter this morning, but also admitting while passing the physical to get the green light to return, he feels there's a lot of weakness still left in his arm. He further relayed that it would be probably sensible to take a little more time. All right, David. Okay. After looking back on his career path, he proceeded to discuss the injury bug has repeatedly bit him in recent years, sharing his self-awareness that his in-ring style, which helped him reach such popularity, is also a major factor in his ailments. It's because I'm getting older as well. It's because I'm getting heavier, he said. But because of that, the moves that I've started with when I was 22 years old has kind of vanished and disappeared. And it's not out of choice, it's because my body can't do it anymore. Ospreay confessed that he is no longer capable of hitting the shooting star press in a safe manner anymore, so it has been removed from his arsenal. That is why he is now looking to change things up when he returns to action April 22nd for IPW. I feel like my body and me personally, I am deteriorating before everyone's eyes. It kind of is really upsetting, and it's because I chose to do this style, and I understand the risk that comes with this style. But it's one that suits me down to a T, and I think everyone enjoys it, he says. So having said that, I don't know if this right's going to be a wrong one, if anybody understands what I mean. Well, man, we're all feel bad for you, Ospreay. We all feel bad. I hope you feel. I hope you get well, Will Ospreay. Oh man, I feel bad. I feel bad for. And if this man has to retire, it'll be a shame because we'll never get to see him as a world champion anytime soon. But yeah, we wish you Will, the best of luck. We all care about you, and all of us here,
I know.
all of us here.
Can I just my insight on this real quick?
Go ahead.
But it was really cool. We got to see him in the ring with Okada.
Hell yeah, that was a moment right there. Right there. All right. Jimmy Hart reveals that old WCW music is just sitting in limbo. Jimmy Hart has left a mark on the professional wrestling industry after featuring numerous promotions, from Memphis Wrestling to WCW and WWE. A vocalist for the Gentry in the 1960s, Hart's background in music led to him composing songs for big-name superstars like the Honky Tonk Man, Dusty Rhodes, Hulk Hogan, and Sting. When he appeared recently on Bustin' Open Radio, Hart admitted to still earning royalties for the songs before revealing that a whole lot of the old WCW tunes are wasting away. We do still get royalties, he said. The thing, too, is like, here's what's so strange. When him and Hogan, went to WCW, I did a lot of the music. Eric Bischoff signed us to be part of the music, too. Hart then rattled off a handful of other wrestlers he did music for at the time, including the WCW Nitro Girls, Jeff Jarrett, and Eddie Guerrero. But when WWE purchased WCW in 2001, all those songs came with them, and to this date, they still found no use for them due to some ownership issues. All those songs, when WWE bought the tapes to all that, they rigged up other incidental songs on that, he continued. They never used any of those songs that we wrote when we put those tapes out. When they put those tapes out. Instead, they're collecting dust as the years pass by. Hart explained something that he doesn't seem to think will end anytime soon. Although Ted Turner still owns them, nobody's really doing anything about it or with them. All those songs, people ask me about them all the time, he added. So they're just kind of sitting in domain down there. They're all just all kind of in limbo down there. Yeah. Michael, what does that remind you of?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Jesus, right.
The Jimmy Hart. trying to think. Yeah, I can't rethink. By the way, you got the remaining ones to yourself. Well, I just wanted to get those in there. I just wanted to get those in there.
All right. So let me do. Also, so John Morrison reveals boxing promoters propose back Cardona to be his first opponent. John Morrison was victorious in this debut boxing match this past weekend against Harley Morrison at the Creator Class 2 event in Tampa, Florida. But the Canadian internet personality wasn't the only person that the organizers suggested for Morrison to compete against. Morrison revealed to TMZ Sports that former WWE superstar Matt Cardona was another name he did want. Cardona has become one of the biggest names on the independent scene, and the Deathmatch King competing in the boxing world could have been yet another accolade to add to his growing list of accomplishments. However, despite Morrison's attempts to make it happen, it wasn't something that Cardona was interested in being a part of. They asked me, would I be willing to fight Harley or Matt Cardona? And I asked him if he wanted to fight. Morrison said he goes like, bro, I'm not going to fight anyone. I'm definitely not going to fight you. No, bro, are you crazy? No, I'm not going to fight. But literally, it was like my first phone call. They wanted me to fight Broski. Despite Cardona not being involved, there was plenty of wrestling influence on the show, as Morrison has a large entourage, which included Taya Valkyrie, LA Knight, Karrion Kross, Sky Bordeaux, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and others walking to the ring. The former WWE star also appeared to be open to another boxing match, so a potential fight between him and Cardona could still happen. However, he currently has his eyes set on the YouTuber KSI, as he called him out after his victory. Well, congratulations on your first boxing fight, Mr. John. Appreciate that. Now, KSI can literally knock you out. I'm sorry, he can. And I'm not much of a boxing guy, but I know for a fact that KSI will win this one. No question. No freaking question. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't. All right. Juice Robinson suspended from NJPW. Fred Roser, formerly known as Darren Young, replaces him in the U.S. title tournament. Fred Roser and Juice Robinson were scheduled to meet one-on-one at NJPW Capital Collision on Saturday. But as it turned out, that match never even had a chance to officially start. Prior to the meeting, Rozier said he wanted Robinson's real-life wife, Toni Storm, to watch the carnage unfold from ringside. Rozier also reserved a front row seat for the Storm's name on it. This, in addition to Rozier's previous comment, seemed to spark serious anger inside Robinson. As Rozier emerged from the curtain to make his entrance, Robinson followed closely behind, stunning his opponent with a vicious attack. After nailing Rozier with a pile driver on the entrance stage, Robinson undid his belt to deliver a thunderous whip to Rozier, then moved the action to the ring. There, a referee attempted to intervene, but it was instead knocked down by Robinson, who then unloaded a subsequent series of chair shots on Rozier. The final blow came when Robinson hit Rozier with a roll of quarters as he issued the fire warning to him. You keep my wife's name out of your bleeping mouth, Robinson screamed. As a result of Robinson's attack, that match was ruled a no contest, and NJPW has announced that the Bullet Club member has been suspended. With Robinson forced out of action, Rozier will also take his place in the semifinals matchup against Lance Archer in the IWGP United States Championship Contenders Tournament. Whew. That contest will go down later today at NJPW Collision in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Rozier was originally slated to partner with Rocky Romero against Sonata and Yoshi Kanara at Collision. Last announced sets up to face Archer. Homicide will replace him in the tag team bout. Ow. Well, that's what you get, Juice Robinson. That's just what you get, man. Please. All right, excuse me for the background noise, y'all. All right, here we go. Johnny Gargano reportedly absent due to injury. After a impressive victory over Grayson Waller at Stand and Deliver on April 1st, many fans were excited to see what was next for Johnny Gargano. Unfortunately, now more than 2 weeks out from the premium live event, the WWE Universe has yet to see Gargano appear on programming. A new report explains why. According to Fightful Select, Gargano has reactivated a recent shoulder injury. Gargano originally sustained the injury during a live event in Toronto, Ontario, Canada on December 30th. That night, Gargano partnered with Dexter Lumis in the tag team bout against Baron Corbin and The Miz. WWE announcer Kevin Patrick later revealed that the former NXT champion suffered a grade 2 AC sprain. Gargano returned to action in late January from the Men's Royal Rumble, but after that, his follow-up matches only exacerbated the injury. In light of his worsening condition, Gargano continued to perform, competing in 11 matches in March, heading into NXT Stand and Deliver. Gargano's shoulder had reportedly been severely hampered, leaving him to predominantly wrestle with one arm. Like with the initial damage, WWE officials hope Gargano could recuperate with physical therapy instead of surgery. The timeline for his return has not been disclosed. The creative direction for Gargano also remains unknown, but before he stepped up to face Waller, Gargano teased that NXT Stand and Deliver would be his final appearance in NXT. As such, it seems probable that Gargano will resume his duties on the main roster. But the WWE draft might right around the corner. Gargano's next move will likely be unveiled soon. We all wish you good health and good luck, my man. I love you, Johnny. We are all wrestling fans here. We all love you, my dude. All right. Oh, boy. Michael's going to have a connection with this. Nick Khan confirms Triple H's role following the merger. The merger between WWE and UFC under Endeavor have led some shakeups behind the scenes in both companies. But Triple H's role is suspected to stay the same, at least for the time being. During a recent interview with Light Shed Live, WWE CEO Nick Khan said that Levesque is the sole chief creative officer, and the role seems similar to the chief content officer he had prior. Triple H WWE's creative output following Vince McMahon's temporary retirement in 2022 as a result of some well-documented misconduct and hush money scandals. However, it's been reported in recent weeks that McMahon has been getting more involved again since his return. For example, it was recently reported that McMahon had handled creative for a recent episode of Raw, which resulted in a blow to locker room morale. During the interview, Khan elaborated on what Triple H's role actually entails, while also discussing McMahon's involvement in the creative side of things. Triple H is in charge of creative. If he wants input from Vince, or Vince has ideas that he or Paul are going to communicate, that's always going to be the case. Khan also praised the infrastructure that WWE has in place, stating that the company benefits from having McMahon and Levesque on board. We're lucky to have Vince. We're lucky to have Paul and control creative. We're lucky that the setup that Vince created, that the company could continue to exist. Even when Vince stepped out from that 5-month period, the company kept flowing. How I feel about this. So this is going to be a bust. I'm sorry, but it's going to be because if Vince McMahon's going to be in charge of creative, I guarantee you now it's going to be ruined. It's just
it's highly doubtable that he is going to run creative again.
But I don't know how I would feel about it. I don't know how many people would be feeling about it. There you go. My man, Corey Graves, thinks WWE Women's Tag Team Division has never been strong. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championships have existed for just a hair over 4 years. And in that time, they have been held by 16 different teams. While some title holders were established teams within the women's division, most have been hastily assembled teams. Recently, on the After the Bell podcast, Corey Graves criticized the women's tag team division's weaknesses in terms of established teams. As far as the women's tag team championships go, I'm probably going to catch hell for this. It's never been a strong division, Graves said. It's sort of been an amalgam of thrown together tag teams. I'm going to team with this person tonight. We have a tag team title match. We didn't win. Okay, time to get a new partner. It's always been very transient and constantly in flux. I'm talking the entire existence of the title since the very beginning. Grace went on to praise current women tag team champions Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan and said they have what it takes to solidify the division. He also said that the closest to a serious tag team to hold titles had been the Iconics back in 2019. Jessie McKay and Cassie Lee, known in WWE as Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, are the only full-time pair to have ever held the titles. The commentary on the women's tag team division from Graves comes nearly 1 year after former champions Trinity Fatu and Mercedes Moné walked out on WWE before an episode of Raw. The pair walked out due to frustrations with booking regarding their status as tag team champions. Following the subsequent vacation of their titles, the women's tag team titles remain off at WWE TV for 3 months.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Why would you say that?
Do you agree with Corey?
Has never been strong. And you know what? Speaking of things, you know what, Corey Graves? Speaking of things that have never been strong, how is your wife?
That you say that to Corey Graves. Dude, Corey can whoop your butt. Corey can whoop your butt. You know that, right? Michael?
I know, it's just a joke.
Yeah, but he might kick your ass for that. All right, let's get to the results of Rebellion, of Impact Rebellion. Oh, boy. All right. For the first time in Impact Wrestling's history, 2 new world champions are guaranteed to be crowned. In the wake of Josh Alexander's triceps injury, Steve Macklin and Kushida will battle it out to determine who will become Impact World Champion for the first time. Meanwhile, due to for the vacant Knockouts World Championship, as each one looking to claim her third title reign. All right, guys. Woo, boy, let's go. I'm trying to. Well, we got some. All right. Why is my mouse doing this? Thank you. All right. Elsewhere on the card, Ace Austin and Chris Bay will defend their Impact World Tag Team titles against Motor City Machine Guns in a thrilling Ultimate X match. Trey Miguel is tasked with defending his X Division Championship in a freeway elimination match against Mike Bailey and Jonathan Gresham. Other gimmick matches booked for the Tornado card include Eddie Edwards and PCO meeting in a last rites, aka casket match. Tommy Jr., Yuya Imura, and Bupunda Gunja against Bully Ray, Masha Slamovich, Moose, Brian Myers, and Kenny King in a 10-person hardcore war match where weapons will be guaranteed. Santino Marella returns to the pay-per-view as he teams up with Joe Hendry and Dirty Dango to take on the Design. On the Countdown pre-show, the Death Dolls will challenge the company for the Knockouts World Tag Team Championship, plus Heath and Ryan will challenge Champagne Singh and Shira. So we got Heath, Champagne Singh and Champagne Singh and Shira beat Heath and Rhino. Yeah, I'm not surprised. All right, now Knockouts World Tag Team Championship on the line. The Coven defending the titles against the Death Dolls. The Covens retain the gold. All right. Ace and Bay versus the Motor City Machine Guns for the tag team titles in Ultimate X. ABC knocks him off to retain the gold. Dina Morella, Joe Hendry, and Dirty Dango. Hi, Dirty Dango. That feels weird calling him by that. All right, a last rights match. Eddie Edwards versus PCO. Oh my goodness. PCO gets the win over Eddie. Trey Miguel defends his title against Mike Bailey and Jonathan Gresham. Triple threat for the X Division title. Triple threat elimination match. Excuse me. Trey Miguel retains. Lives the fight. Hardcore War. Team Dream. No, not really. Impact World title on the line. Kushida versus Steve Macklin. Well, vacant Impact World title. Steve Macklin is your new Impact World Champion. And now our main event, Knockouts World title. Deonna Purrazzo versus Jordan Grace. Purrazzo is your new Impact Knockouts World Champion. And Michael, say it with me. Welcome back, Rosa.
Yeah, you cut out.
All right, buddy. All right, Michael. Oh, yeah, I did cut out. I did say at the end, I did say at the end that Deonna Purrazzo is your new Impact Knockouts World Champion. And Michael, welcome to the age of the Virtuosa.
You mean welcome back?
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, Brazil on that one. All right,
Yeah.
time to preview roll. Thank you. Preview roll. It's time. So we got a preview for tonight's Raw. All right, Brock Lesnar will appear on Raw tonight after Cody Rhodes challenged him to a match at Backlash. The American Nightmare was officially assaulted by the Beast prior to the scheduled tag team battle against current undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa 2 weeks ago. Rhodes is now looking to exact revenge in the first-time clash with the former WWE Champion next month at Puerto Rico. Lesnar has yet to reveal his motive for attacking the 2023 Men's Royal Rumble winner, but he could perhaps tell the world this evening and provide Rhodes an answer for his Backlash challenge. When watching turn on Becky Lynch last week, the WWE Hall of Famer attacked the man from behind after they lost the Women's Tag Team Championship to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Stratus was filling in for Lita after she was mysteriously attacked backstage before that title bout took place.
Yeah, and there were speculations that it could have been Stratus herself.
Tonight's in-ring action will see reigning United States champions Austin Theory renewing his rivalry with Bobby Lashley in a non-title match. Theory has to defend the belt since defeating John Cena on the first night of WrestleMania 39, but the Almighty may be next in line for a shot at the gold if he defeats the 25-year-old later this evening. Elsewhere, Seth freaking Rollins, please take the freaking out of that name, is set to take on The Miz in singles action. That battle was announced over the weekend on social media, and it's the first battle since Seth defeated Miz on Raw in February. Oh, wow. Are you ready for Raw?
Yeah, and there are speculations that it could have been Stratus that attacked Lita.
Yeah, but also it could be Bailey.
No, I think it was Stratus.
We'll see. All right. Here
because
we go.
Bailey had nothing to do with that since her loss at WrestleMania.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this edition of the WrestleSpeak Podcast. If you guys like it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my two YouTube channels, one my main YouTube channel and the Game Show Lounge, and hit the notification bell on both channels to get notified every time they upload new videos or when they go live. Also, thank you, Michael, and go subscribe to him as always. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time to 1, 2, 3. Ring that bell. Ding, ding, ding. And we'll all see you guys again tomorrow for the Game Show Speak Podcast. Once again, this has been Dante Pittman. And of course, my co-captain, the Buffalonian Bulldozer, Michael Bombardier, saying, ring that bell. Ding, ding, ding. Good night from WrestleSpeak Podcast.